Hey guys, I'm Bradu. Third time's a charm. Today I am going to be packaging up my sketch card grab bag mix packs, I've been calling them. I should have a clever name, but I don't. And here's the deal. I'm going to be packaging up and selling packs of my sketch cards and prints. So here's how it goes. Each pack is going to be 10 cards, well, I guess 9 cards and 3 stickers, but you'll see. You'll get one original sketch card. Actually, I'll show those first. This is all the originals are going to go in. I put them in top loaders, a couple zombies. I tried to do kind of a mix that most people would want. This I'm kind of considering is the grand prize, Darth Maul. I think that's one of my nicer ones. It's a mix of, a couple of my more complete finished color sketch cards that I'm really proud of and things like that too. Most of these are going to be stuff that were like my quicker sketch cards, or I spent a little bit of time on this, but it's still just a couple flamingos in colored pencil. It was just something I did as a sketch one day. This was I was painting along with Bob Ross. So it was similar to his landscape, but with markers I had to make some significant changes too. Captain Ethano, Eddie Vedder. This was one of the first super quick sketch cards I ever did. I think I spent 5, maybe 10 minutes just trying to get the eyes right and really scribble in everything else. But I thought it might be neat for people to at least get an original. A couple Star Wars quicker ones. A lot of these, like this Obi-Wan Kenobi, a lot of the ones on tan paper are cut right out of my sketchbook. I like the tan and gray sketchbooks. Edward Scissorhands, the Hulk, Mr. Miyagi, and the little worm from Labyrinth. Hello! So there's the 18 that are going to go in packs. I'll shuffle them up. This whole process I want to be as random and honest as possible. So I'll just walk you through it as I do it. So these are just a little, kind of cardboard filler piece. It'll make it serves 2 purposes. It'll give the package a little bit of protection and thickness. And also, theoretically, you won't be able to see what's on the front or back of any of the packs once I get them all in there. That's probably not entirely true, but it won't really matter either. So there's the originals. 18 nice, neat little stacks. And now I've got 2 of each of... Oh, you know what I didn't get is my MMA ones. Oh well, I'm going to have to dig through it while I'm shooting the video. No problem. I have 2 of each of my Star Wars, mixed sports, and non-sports. I'm going to make sure that nobody gets any doubles. So I guess the easiest way to do that will just be to make sure the Star Wars cards are next to each other. That way I can see if I'm putting one right on top of another one that looks just like it. That'll be easy enough. Other than that, I think I'm just going to shuffle these up together, though. Each of these sets is 18 cards. This one is the newest, the Star Wars I just got yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday. I got them yesterday in the mail. I'll try not to cut myself. Oh, good, you can't see what I'm doing on camera anyway. Wasn't sure. I got this jimmied up so it's kind of just big enough. Now I could shuffle these together because they are made out of poker card stock, which I quite like, but I'll shuffle them a little bit without causing any damage, and then we're just going to go like this. Like I said, it'll be real easy to see and make sure nobody gets a double, and if somebody's going to get a double, I'll skip right over it and put the next card on that pack. makes sense. Let's see if it happens. It may not. Nope, no doubles there. So there's the Star Wars cards. Yeah, like I said, my MMA, I forgot my MMA ones aren't in little packets like this, so I've got a box over here that I hope I can find very quickly that will have the MMA ones in it. I'm thinking about doing the MMA ones as a separate set. This is a trial run. I don't know how it'll do. It's probably more for me than for any of you, even though I know some people are going to buy it and think it's pretty cool. This goes back to my whole, just everything I ever thought of and dreamed of with my artwork is making a trading card set, and so it has led to, you know, me kind of producing my own sets out of my business cards, which is what this is. They're business cards, but they're trading cards and collectible. All of these in these sets are the originals are sketch cards. Some of my MMA ones are not. I wonder if I should even make sure I don't get two of the same sport on this. The mixed sport ones. Let's try it. Close enough. So I'll skip to the first non-wrestler. Oh boy, that's going to be tough, isn't it? Oh, two boxers. Gotta switch that up. So let's see, let's go. Okay, that worked. So, yeah, I always just intended to do trading cards. Even my first, I know I've told this story a little bit if you've watched all my older art casts, but not many people have. So I'll tell again. Even when I first started drawing, like my 9x12s and put them on my I had a GeoCities website. I put up my artwork. Even just seeing the thumbnails on the page, I always thought of it as a collection, and I likened it to trading cards. And so then when I actually started doing consistent, like when I was in college and I was consistently doing 9x12s, I really was thinking of making them into trading cards, and many of them, you know, the MMA ones, that ended up being my first trading card set, Series 1, which is not going into these packs, but a lot of the cards from Series 1 I reprinted in Series 2, which is over 100 cards of all MMA. MMA is mixed martial arts, for those of you who are unaware. Like I said, no rhyme or reason, except this is just going to be random. Okay, I've got to find the MMA ones. And like I said, I hope that's real quick, because I got the video running. Might have to figure out how to edit, huh? I've never had to do that much. Oh boy, I thought they were in this box. Oh, here we go. Okay. Like I said, I should have done this before, but at least I kind of knew where they were. But I do have to make sure that I don't get any duplicates in this too. So let's see. So this was just kind of an idea I had. Like I said, it'll be a trial run. Let me give you the price rundown. International is going to be tough because what I'm finding, especially lately, look at that, somebody gets a baseball one out of my MMA pack even, is that mailing any package international, even like a small, like if I mail out a sketch card and it's in a bubble mailer, it's costing nearly $20, 18 something, whatever. So in order to even, I did get some duplicates, but they won't get in the same pack. I don't know how that happened. Ronda Rousey. So in order to ship international, I think I've got to, I can only do that if you're buying multiple packs, so I'll start there. International, it's going to be $40 for 3 packs. In the U.S., first pack is $10 plus 2 shipping, so $12 covers the shipping. 2 packs would be $20 shipped. 4 would be $35 shipped. So you get a little bit of a discount each time there. Okay, these are the stickers. Now I'm not going to guarantee you don't get a duplicate sticker. That's one of the cards in there because I don't want to dig back through and mess with it, but I'll shuffle these up a little bit. The stickers is a new thing I'm trying too. A couple of these, about half of these I printed up on my own and used a new sticker machine I got. Well, I guess I used the sticker machine for all of them. But anyway, they're all pretty much actual size. You can see the ones that curl a little bit. Those are the ones that I printed on paper, and then these ones that don't curl are on cardstock. And I don't know if I like one over the other. The cardstock are kind of nice because they stay flatter. But if you're going to use it as a sticker, it makes more sense to have a paper sticker. I think. So everybody gets one sticker that's full size, roughly actual size of the sketch card. And then here's a little mini sticker. I will try and make sure you don't get 2 of the same sticker design. That ought to be easy enough. And these are just random. Some of these are from the sets. As you see, a lot of repeat images, obviously, as I'm going through here. But some of them aren't in any of the sets, and I did a sticker of them in there. See if I hit me like that. With Mickey Mouse. He wasn't in any of my sets. But he's got a sticker. And then a little mini. Itsy bitsy. And these also just, I don't know, I don't think I'll print up too many more of the teeny tiny ones, but I don't know, if you're actually using the stickers, maybe some people think that's a good way to do it. Like Chloe. I really wanted to get Chloe. That's Chloe from Smallville into. I have a lot of Andre the Giant stuff. Into one of these card sets. All right. A few extras of those. So that's it. That's what's in each pack. Now, what I wanted to do is top each one with one of these filler cards and put it in a team bag. Just eyeball them real quick to make sure I didn't leave any duplicate stickers. Looks good. Alright, there we go. One. I don't know if that's going to take care of what I intended with them making it so you can't see what's in the pack. Oh, we'll see. This is really thin. Alright, and my initial idea was to, this is going quicker than I thought. I mean, it is still a 15-minute video already, but it's like I thought I was going to have time to talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm a little busier doing as opposed to talking. So that's what it looked like. Into the team bag. Let's seal it up. So yeah, I guess if somebody tried really hard, they could see what's in them, but it's not going to matter, because here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to take each one, put it in a team bag like that, seal it up, and then I'm going to put it in a bubble mailer, which I've got right here as well, and seal it up. And I think what I'm going to do then is I'll just mix them all up in a bag. Anytime somebody buys one of these, I will pick a random one out and mail it to them. The only catch is, if you do buy more than one, it just doesn't make any sense for me to ship separate packages. So I will then, like let's say you buy 2, I'll open them both up, put them back into one single bubble mailer, and mail you that. I hope people can understand why I would do that. It just makes more sense. Yeah, this, like I just said, this is, in some ways, this is more for me than for you guys. I'm hoping people enjoy it and get into it and buy a pack and then think, hey, that was pretty neat. I kind of want another pack. You got any of those left? I'll buy a few or whatever. But for me, this was just always my vision, was making a trading card set out of my artwork, or mini sets, and in this case I'm doing kind of a little grab bag thing. One of my artist buddies from Salem, Floyd Man Sumner, he did something like this. I saw him at Salem Comic-Con a couple months ago, and I bought some of his packs. His were just the prints. There weren't originals in there, though I did suggest to him, I thought it would be a real neat idea if he did add originals into some of them. And then I got to thinking, like, hey, you know what? I want to do that. I've always kind of wanted to do this, or do some version of it, and I have now printed up several different little mini series. And why not put them all together into a grab bag? However, with the originals, even though some of the quicker sketches, or some of the prints are from like the mixed sports set, has a lot of wrestling, and the MMA set, obviously you get, each person's getting 1 or 2 MMA fighters in here. I didn't want to put in any originals that were fighters and wrestlers, because not everybody likes that. And of course not everybody likes Star Wars either, but I kind of figured that if I stuck to Star Wars, animals, and popular TV and movies, more people would be happy with what they got as far as the original. That's why. And then, like I said, if this does go well, and if I sell out of these, I'll probably do a separate pack that's similar for the sports. So I would mix up some of my MMA ones and some of the mixed sports sets, and do some kind of similar pack where you get 1 original, or maybe not 1 original in every one. Maybe that would be like 1 original in every 5 or 10. MMA card collectors like the hunt, like the rarity. And I haven't done as many of like quicker pencil sketches, or trying out new materials like a lot of these that went in, quick 5-minute, 10-minute pencil sketch. Still an original, but it's not something I would normally sell for $20 or $50 or whatever. Oops. These little pieces of plastic from the tape are sticking to me. So this, with the top loader and the white on front and back, that's plenty sturdy to be mailed safely. I'm not worried about that. it is of importance. I'm just saying I want it covered. So I might do a mix one with the sports, with MMA and fighting and all that. We'll see. I just didn't want to put, a Kenny Florian original in here. Unless you're specifically an MMA fan, you're going, dude, who's this guy? At least if you get Edward Scissorhands, you probably know who that is. Or a grizzly bear. Cool. I'm excited to be doing this, man. It's just gonna, like, these sets that I've printed up, my business cards sets, I'm truthfully not making any money on it. Something like this is a way to get a little bit of a kickback, but I'm doing it for me and to have business cards to hand out and to have cards. I like to try and get them to you guys for as cheap as I can and still make it worth my while of doing it. Because of that, because they are business cards, I don't want them to be like, I don't want to overcharge or anything. And in truth, I don't want to charge for them, but I have to at least cover my cost of printing and some of the time and effort that it takes to do the work. But as a for instance, I've got, you can buy any of the sets, like the Star Wars set, 18 cards for $15 shipping included in the U.S. And that's more than I want to charge. I think I sold a couple of the previous ones when I did like kind of a sale and I was trying to push it. I might have even sold a couple for 10 shipped, which is really bare minimum of what I want to do. Because it's honestly not worth the time and effort of packaging something up if you're only, that's just kind of a rule of thumb. I don't package and ship something if I'm not getting at least $10. It takes a long time. I don't have a good enough system. Some people who are doing hundreds of packages every week, they have a system down. I feel like once a week or every other week, I sit down and do 5 to 10 packages, and it takes me over an hour to sit down and get everything organized, and I'm always throwing in cards and little doodads. Writing out receipts and all that. My post office place isn't, and that's not a post office, it's a little mailing center, but they're great. They overcharge a little bit, but I've got like a membership there to where I don't have to go wait in line like at the post office. I can I can walk in, drop my stuff off at the table, skip the line, and they just bill me at the end of the month and send me an email with tracking info and things like that. So I love that. When I'm shipping, as seldom as I do, it's worth it to pay a little extra for that convenience. But like when I do my Kickstarter Drawing Dead, when I mail out all those poker decks, I hate to say it because I would like to give them the business, but it's almost $1 extra per package to ship. I'm going to have to do that out of the post office. Because I think normally if I send a sketch card, a small package, it costs me $3.50 to mail it. And I get packages like that, and I see the little stamp on it that says $2.34 or something, so I'm paying $1 extra. Which does add up. In fact, saying that out loud, I probably should take these to a post office. We'll see. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to say about the Star Wars set, and I don't know if I'll try and get into all the details right now or not, we'll see, I might, is that I had to switch printing companies for the Star Wars set. I was going through one company, I've named them before, I don't think I'm going to name them right now because I'm going to kind of slander them, and I don't really want to do that. They've been awesome. But I'll give you the exact specifics, right? For the previous 2 sets I did, Series 3 and 4, non-sports and mixed sports, I bought 75 sets of each, and because I got up to 75 sets each, I got a nice price break, and I was paying $2.10 per deck. And then I would, like I said, I would sell them for maybe $12 shipped. So I'm making a decent profit margin, except I'm not selling 75 of them. I sold maybe 5 to 10 of each set. So truthfully, in the ones that I have sold, I have not covered the cost of printing. Now, I still have a lot left. If I ever go to a Comic-Con or whatever and get a table, I'll be able to do it there. And maybe sell some more and start to actually make a little money off it. But at this point, I've now printed up my Series 5 and haven't really made any money off of printing it the last couple. Like I said, they're also in my business cards. So there's the first sealed one. Can't show it all on camera, can I? I'm just going to do them in there and seal them. And I hope there's nothing else I need to put in here. I was thinking I should put in a little, thing that shows my list of prices. But since I don't have that printed up right now, and it doesn't really exist, I'm just not going to do it this time. But anyway, so I was going through this one printing company, and I was really happy with it. I would send in my order, and a week later I'd have the cards in hand, and I loved the quality, the price was right, and everything. They offered free shipping on, I want to say it was over $30 you'd get free shipping or something like that. It was cool. And then all of a sudden, this is after I started my Kickstarter and had priced everything out, all of a sudden they started charging for shipping. And not just charging for shipping, but I looked, and if I had put in another order, like the Star Wars set I was going to do, I was paying roughly $150 for 75 sets, a little more than that, 160 or whatever. And all of a sudden they started charging for shipping, and it was going to be an extra $1 per deck. Huge, right? Instead of $150, I'm paying $250. And I look a couple days later, and they've raised their prices as well. And then they raised their prices again the next week. And then they finally, I think, lowered the shipping a little bit to a more reasonable level. But even still, when I priced it out, if I went back and bought another 75, if I did the Star Wars set through them and did 75 sets, instead of $150, it was going to cost me $400. And I was on the hook to do that because I had made that one of my Kickstarter goals, one of my stretch goals for Kickstarter, to make sure that I get those printed up, even though it didn't have anything to do with my Kickstarter directly. I was going to throw a card in to each person who backed, and that was a stretch goal, right? So I was on the hook to do it, and it was going to cost me over triple. Well, actually, it was for $100, not $75, because they had a different price breakdown, so there wasn't a price break at $75 anymore. But my point is, I couldn't pay almost triple, so I had to start to look at other options, and I found another company that previously I had overlooked because they were significantly more expensive than the company I was using for what appeared to be the same product. But once the first company raised their prices so much and so quickly, I had to look at other options, and suddenly the other company, which had kept their prices the same, was significantly cheaper. So I ended up paying close to $300 for the Star Wars for $100. So it was almost $3 a deck, as opposed to $2 a deck. Shipping and everything included. I'm just looking at the total cost. So that's a bummer. It makes it a lot less likely that I can continue to do this in the future and do another set. I'll have to think about it and look at it and decide. But for now, I've got the Star Wars, the non-sports, the mixed sports, and the MMA set, which is much larger. And they're all going into these neat mixed grab bag packs. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try, so there's 18 packs in this first trial run. we'll see how it goes. If they all sell out, I'll do it again. If I sell 10, maybe I'll throw some of them on eBay and see. I know there's a little trick with, this is a whole topic I don't want to get too into, but the whole idea of fan art and selling fan art, whether it's prints or originals. I think you're a little safer selling originals than prints. If you're at Comic-Con, nobody cares if you're selling prints, but it's just a big gray area for sure. And anyway, so if I put these on eBay, probably what I would say is you're paying for one original random sketch card. And as a bonus, you get free 9 other cards and stickers and whatnot. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. And I don't know. I know that like I said, it's a gray area, and somebody could come after me for selling a print of having a Captain America sticker or on my cards or whatever. Like I said, I'm not making any money off the prints. They're more for me than anyone else, and if somebody wants to come after me for that, I guess I'll deal with it then. For now, I'm just having fun doing this and trying to get my art out there and make it affordable for people to collect. So there's all the packs. Let's just give them a shuffle. Look at that, they shuffle quite nicely. I thought about numbering them. My idea was kind of if people had pre-ordered, if I already had some orders in, for instance. I've had some people saying they're interested, but I haven't really said, okay, send the money, who's in, taking a list, all that stuff. But my idea was to do this and then number these bags and then, use random.org or whatever to come up with a random number for each customer. So then right now you'd go, oh, you get this one. I'm mailing you this, and I write your name on it already and whatnot. As it is, I'm just going to throw all these into a bag. If you buy one, I'm going to reach into the bag and write your address on the front and your name and send it to you. So I won't know what you're getting. You won't know what you're getting. Unless, like I said, if you are ordering 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, I'm going to open them all up. I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to open them up and put them back into one container so that I'm mailing one package. But anyway, that's it. I think I did everything the way I wanted to. That was fun. And I'm excited to see who jumps in on it and what you get. It'll be neat to see, hey, I pulled such and such and I wanted that one. And, just a word about that. I wanted this to be a thing where I'm getting paid for my work, but at the same time, I want enough goodies in there that every person opens it and nobody's disappointed with what they got. So, yeah, a lot of the originals I threw in there were my quicker ones. There's no way I could do full sketch cards that take me a couple hours and put them in for $10 along with a bunch of other stuff. But if I put a couple of the really nice full color ones that I took a lot of time on mixed in, you've got a chance at getting those, and everybody gets an original. And I figure $1 per card is totally reasonable. I've seen a lot of artists that make prints similar and maybe even lower quality where they're printing on their own thing and cutting them up themselves, and it's not all a uniform size like that. My cards are from the printer, and they're really, I'm really happy with the quality of them. So I have no qualms about selling them for $1 a piece. So I kind of figure you're getting 10 cards for $1 a piece, and the fact that one of them's an original is a bonus. And I hope you guys look at it that way too. And like I said, I want everybody to be happy with, with what they get and think it's a good deal. And I'm also open to feedback, though. I don't know, this is a really fun way to do it, but not everybody's going to want a mixture of wrestlers and non-sports. Should I do a little pack that's just the non-sports and a pack that's just sports? trying to think of another way I could do it. Really, I wanted to make sure that every pack has an original, even if it's one of the quicker ones, because I don't mind just kind of adding those in, and I do enough quick sketches. It gives me something to do with them too, right? Other than just sit in my sketchbook and. But another option would be to just have only the really nice originals and just make them one out of every 10 packs or one out of every whatever packs, rather than having an original in every pack and having most of them be of the sketchier variety. All right, cool. I think that's it, guys. Get a hold of me if you want any of the complete sets separately, and keep your eyes peeled for Drawing Dead. I'm plugging away at that. I'm a little slower paced than I had hoped to be, but it's getting there, and I'm happy with what I'm doing so far. And all right, catch you guys later.